Om Shanti. Today is Sunday, the 22nd of December 2024. On this Sunday morning, let us listen to the avyakta Bap-Dada's Murli, which was originally held on 17th of March 2003. The avyakta Murli of today, that is 22nd December 2024, is a revised Murli of 17th of March 2003. Avyakta Bap-Dada says, in essence, constantly stay in your self-respect, give regard to everyone, and cooperate with them to make them powerful. So what is the essence in the message which Avyakta Bap-Dada says today? Constantly stay in your self-respect, give regard to everyone, and cooperate with them to make them powerful. Om Shanti. Today, Bap-Dada, the bestower of fortune, is seeing the 3 lines of fortune on the forehead of each of his children everywhere. What are those 3 lines? One is the line of fortune of godly sustenance. The second is the line of fortune of the elevated teachings of the true Father. The third is the sparkling line of Srimad. So let's hear the opening sentences again. Baba says, today, Bap-Dada, the bestower of fortune, is seeing the 3 lines of fortune on the forehead of each of his children everywhere. One is the line of fortune of godly sustenance. The second is the line of fortune of the elevated teachings of the true Father. The third is the sparkling line of Srimad. All 3 lines are sparkling beautifully in the center of the forehead of all the children everywhere. Baba asks, all of you are also seeing your lines of all 3 types of fortune, are you not? Since the bestower of fortune is the father of you children, then apart from you, could anyone else have such elevated fortune? Bap-Dada is saying that there are millions of souls in the world, but out of those millions, this is a family of 6 lakhs. There are so few of you. So, you are a handful out of multi-millions, are you not? Generally, all these 3 things, that is, sustenance, study, and elevated directions, are essential for every human being in their life. So what is Baba telling us? Generally, all these 3 things, that is, sustenance, study, and elevated directions, are essential for every human being in their life. However, there is a difference of day and night between this godly sustenance and the directions, sustenance, and study received from deity souls and human souls. So, Baba says there is a difference of day and night between this godly sustenance and the directions, sustenance, and study received from deity souls and human souls. So, your fortune is so elevated, you never even imagined it. However, now the heart of each one of you sings, I have attained it. Have you attained it? Or do you still have to attain it? What do you say? You have attained it, have you not? So, Panathaso Paliya. The father too is pleased to see the fortune of such children. Children say, Vah Baba, Vah. It is the wonder of Baba. Then the father says, Vah children, Vah. It is the wonder of you children. Don't just keep this fortune in your awareness, but remain constant embodiments of that awareness. So what does Baba tell us, children? Don't just keep this fortune in your awareness, but remain constant embodiments of that awareness. Some children think very well, but you mustn't become an embodiment of thoughts, that is, Sochna Swarup. Become an embodiment of remembrance, Smriti Swarup. An embodiment of remembrance is an embodiment of power, or Samarth Swarup. Let's hear that again. Baba says, you mustn't become an embodiment of thoughts, Sochna Swarup. Become an embodiment of remembrance, that is, Smriti Swarup. An embodiment of remembrance is an embodiment of power, that is, Samarth Swarup. An embodiment of thoughts is not an embodiment of power. Seeing the different games of the children, Bab Dada continues to smile. Some children remain embodiments of thoughts. They don't remain constant embodiments of remembrance. Sometimes they are embodiments of thoughts, and at other times they are embodiments of remembrance. Those who remain embodiments of remembrance are constantly in their natural form. Baba highlights the word natural. Baba says those who remain embodiments of remembrance are constantly in their natural form. Those who remain embodiments of thoughts have to make effort. This confluence age is not an age for making effort. It is an age for experiencing all attainments. You have been making effort for 63 births, but it is now the age, that is, the time to attain the fruit of those efforts. Now, Bab Dada says that Bab Dada was seeing whether you made any effort to have the awareness of the body. I am so and so, I am so and so. Did you make any effort for that? That was natural, was it not? Body consciousness became your nature, did it not? It became such a strong nature that even now, at the time of becoming soul conscious, body consciousness pulls some children towards itself. So, what is Baba saying? Body consciousness became such a strong nature that even now, at the time of becoming soul conscious, body consciousness pulls some children towards itself. You then think, I am a soul, I am a soul. However, body consciousness has become so natural that even against your wishes, even against your conscious wish, or when you don't think about it, you repeatedly become body conscious. So let's hear the last sentence again. Baba says, body consciousness has become so natural that even against your conscious wish, or when you don't think about it, you repeatedly become body conscious. Bab Dada says, now in your birth of dying alive, let your stage of soul consciousness, the awareness of souls, also become your nature and be just as natural. So what does Bab Dada say? Now, in your birth of dying alive, that is, in this confluence age, let your stage of soul consciousness, the awareness of souls, also become your nature and be just as natural. You shouldn't have to make such effort as, I am a soul, I am a soul. When a child is born and begins to understand, as he grows older, he is given the introduction of who he is and whom he belongs to. What introduction did you Brahmin children receive when you were born? Who are you? So, the first lesson that we received was, I am a soul. The lesson of the soul was made firm for you, was it not? Baba asks. So, let this first introduction become your natural nature. Baba highlights the word natural nature. A nature is natural and constant. You don't have to make effort to remember it. In the same way, according to the time now, the soul conscious stage of every Brahmin child should be natural. Some children do have this stage. They don't have to think about it. They are embodiments of remembrance. You now definitely have to become constantly and naturally an embodiment of remembrance. So what is the task that Baba is giving us today? You now, meaning we Brahmin children, definitely have to become constantly and naturally an embodiment of remembrance. The final paper of all Brahmins is this small paper of becoming a conqueror of attachment and an embodiment of remembrance. So, what is the last paper which Baba is telling us about? Baba says the final paper of all Brahmins is this small paper of becoming a conqueror of attachment and an embodiment of remembrance. So, what will you do this year? Some children ask, what special aim should we have this year? Let's remember that this Murli was held on 17th of March 2003. Bab Dada says, may you be constantly soul conscious and an embodiment of remembrance. So, in answer to the question which children ask, what special aim should we have this year? Bab Dada says, may you be constantly soul conscious and an embodiment of remembrance. You are to attain liberation in life anyway, but before you become liberated in life, become free from having to labor. This stage will bring the time closer and liberate all of your brothers and sisters of the world from sorrow and peacelessness. So, Baba says, you are to attain liberation in life anyway, but before you become liberated in life, become free from having to labor. This stage will bring the time closer and liberate all of your brothers and sisters of the world from sorrow and peacelessness. This stage of yours will open the gates to the land of liberation. So, Baba is questioning us. So, do you not feel mercy for your brothers and sisters? Souls everywhere are crying out in distress. So, your liberation will enable all to receive liberation. Therefore, check to what extent you have this natural awareness and thereby a powerful form. So, what do we have to check? To what extent we have this natural awareness and thereby a powerful form. To become an embodiment of power means that all wastefulness will easily end. You will not repeatedly have to make that effort. Now, in this year, because of the love for the children, Bap Dada doesn't want to see any of you children having to labor over any problem. Finish the problem and become a powerful embodiment of solutions. Is this possible? Baba repeats, is this possible? He asks us, Dadis, speak. Teachers, speak. Is this possible? Pandavas, is this possible? Don't make excuses afterwards. Because of this, because this happened, if this hadn't happened, then this wouldn't have happened. Bap Dada has already seen many games, very sweet games. No matter what happens, even if the form of the problem is 100 times bigger than the Himalayas, Baba says, even if the problem comes through your body and mind, another person, or the elements of nature, the problems that are external situations are nothing in front of your original stage. Let's hear that again. Baba says, no matter what happens, even if the form of the problem is 100 times bigger than the Himalayas, even if the problem comes through your body, mind, another person, or the elements of nature, the problems that are external situations are nothing in front of your original stage. The way to create your original stage is to have self-respect. Let there be self-respect in a natural way. You shouldn't have to remember it. You shouldn't repeatedly have to make that effort. No, really, I am a spinner of the discus of self-realization. I am the light of the eyes. I am seated on the heart throne. I am this. Is everyone else going to be this? Who became this in the previous cycle? Baba asks. Was it someone else who had become this? Or did you become this? It was you. It is you. And you will become this every cycle. So what is Baba saying? It was you. It is you. And you will become this every cycle. This is fixed. Bap Dada is seeing all the faces. You are all the same faces of the previous cycle. Are you of this cycle or of the many cycles before? You are the same ones of many cycles. Are you not? Baba asks, are you? Those who are the same ones of every cycle, raise your hands. Then it is fixed, is it not? You have received the pass certificate, have you not? Or do you still have to claim it? You have received it, have you not? Have you received it or do you still have to claim it? You received it in the previous cycle, so why will you not receive it now? Baba says you received it in the previous cycle, so why will you not receive it now? Therefore, Baba says become embodiments of this awareness. Each of you has received a certificate. There will be a difference between passing with honors and simply passing, but you are the same ones. You are sure about this, are you not? Or will you forget this when traveling on the train? Will it fly away when you go on the plane? No. For instance, this year you had the determination to celebrate Shivaratri with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm everywhere. And so you celebrated it, did you not? Through your determination, whatever thought you had accomplished, Baba says through your determination, whatever thought you had was accomplished, was it not? So what is this a wonder of? So it is a wonder of unity and determination. You thought of doing 67 programs, but Bab Dada saw that many children did more than that number of programs. This is a sign of a powerful form. It is a practical proof of zeal and enthusiasm. You automatically did this everywhere, did you not? Baba asks. In the same way, all of you together encourage one another and have the thought, we now definitely have to bring time close. We have to enable souls to receive liberation. So, what should we now encourage one another and have the thought? We now definitely have to bring time close. We have to enable souls to receive liberation. However, Baba cautions, this will happen when you put your thoughts into a practical form by becoming embodiments of remembrance. Bab Dada has heard that those from abroad are going to have a special Sneh Milan or a meeting, and the people of Bharat also have a meeting. And so in the meeting, don't just make plans for service. Baba says, make plans, but let there be a balance. Cooperate with one another in such a way that all of you become Master Almighty Authorities. So Baba gives us the title Master Almighty Authorities and continue to fly ahead. Baba says cooperate with one another in such a way that all of you become Master Almighty Authorities and continue to fly ahead. Be a bestower and give cooperation. Don't look at the situations but be cooperative. Stay in your self-respect and become cooperative by giving regard, because when you give any soul regard from your heart, it is a very big act of charity. Let's hear this sentence once again. Baba says, don't look at situations but be cooperative. Stay in your self-respect and become cooperative by giving regard, because when you give any soul regard from your heart, it is a very big act of charity. You gave zeal and enthusiasm to a weak soul, and so that was such great charity. You mustn't knock down those who have already fallen, but embrace them, not externally. To embrace them means to make them equal to the Father. Give them cooperation. So, what does Baba say today? You mustn't knock down those who have already fallen, but embrace them, not externally, not physically. To embrace them means to make them equal to the Father. Give them cooperation. You have asked what you should do this year, have you not? Simply give regard and maintain your self-respect. So, Baba has given us just two things to do very simply. Simply give regard and maintain your self-respect. Become powerful and make others powerful. Do not engage yourselves in wasteful situations. Baba says weak souls are weak anyway, and if you continue to look at their weaknesses, how would you become cooperative? Give cooperation and you will receive blessings. When you are unable to do anything else, the easiest effort of all is to give blessings and receive blessings. So, what is the mantra? Baba says when you are unable to do anything else, the easiest effort of all is to give blessings and receive blessings. Give regard and become praiseworthy. Only those who give regard become worthy of receiving respect from everyone. To the extent that you become worthy of respect now, to that extent you will have a right to the kingdom and become a worthy of worship soul. Let's hear these last few sentences again. Baba says, when you are unable to do anything else, meaning we are not able to do any other form of seva, the easiest effort of all is to give blessings and receive blessings. Duaएं do, duaएं lo. Give regard and become praiseworthy. Baba says only those who give regard become worthy of receiving respect from everyone. To the extent that you become worthy of respect now, to that extent you will have a right to the kingdom and become a worthy of worship soul. Continue to give. Don't think of receiving. So, Baba tells us, continue to give. Don't think of receiving. To give when you receive is the work of a businessman. You are children of the bestower. Bap Dada is pleased to see the service of the children everywhere. All of you have done very good service. However, you now have to move forward, do you not? All of you have done very good service with words. You have also achieved good results of serving with the facilities. You have ended the complaints of many souls. In addition to that, seeing the fast speed of time, Bap Dada doesn't want you to serve only a few souls, for you are the instruments for bestowing liberation on all the souls of the world, because you are the Father's companions. So, Bap Dada doesn't want us to serve only a few souls, because we are the instruments for bestowing liberation on all the souls of the world, because we are the Father's companions. So, Baba says, according to the speed of time, you now have to do 3 types of service at the same time. What are they? Let's listen. One is with your words, then with your powerful stage, and the third is your elevated spiritual vibrations. Let us hear the 3 types of service which we have to do once again. One is with your words, then with your powerful stage, and the third is your elevated spiritual vibrations. Baba says, wherever you serve, spread such spiritual vibrations that everyone is easily attracted by the influence of those vibrations. Let's hear that again. Wherever you serve, spread such powerful vibrations that everyone is easily attracted by the influence of those vibrations. Baba says, look how even in your last birth of your non-living images are serving. Look how even in your last birth, your non-living images are serving. Do they say anything in words? Their vibrations are such that devotees easily receive the fruit of their devotion. In this way, let the vibrations be powerful. Let the rays of all powers spread through the vibrations so that they change the atmosphere. Vibrations are such that they make an imprint on your heart. So let's hear this again. Baba says, let the rays of all powers spread through the vibrations so that they change the atmosphere. Vibrations are such that they make an imprint on your heart. All of you have experienced how long the effect lasts when you have an impression of someone's good or bad vibrations on your heart. It lasts for a long time, does it not? It can't be removed, even when you want to remove it. When someone's bad vibrations are set in your heart, are you able to remove them easily? Baba asks us. So we must question each one of us. So your vibrations of the rays of all powers will work like an imprint. Words can be forgotten, but an imprint created by vibrations cannot be removed that easily. You have experienced this, have you not? So what has Baba told us? Words can be forgotten, but an imprint created by vibrations cannot be removed that easily. Baba asks us, you do have this experience, do you not? Bap Dada gives multi-million-fold congratulations to Gujarat and Bombay for the zeal and enthusiasm that they showed. Why? What was your speciality? Why is Baba congratulating you? You continue to hold big functions, but why is Baba especially congratulating you? The speciality of both of these was the unity and determination. Where there is unity and determination, instead of 1 year, 1 year's work is achieved in 1 month. Did those from Gujarat and Bombay hear? Now, become stable in the stage of the sun of knowledge in a second and spread the rays of all powers to all the souls who are in fear and upheaval. They are very scared. Give them power. Spread vibrations. Acha. With this, Bap Dada conducted drill. Baba says, Bap Dada has received many letters and emails from all the children everywhere. Each one says, give my remembrance to Baba. Give my remembrance to Baba. Bap Dada says, the love and remembrance of every loving child has reached Bap Dada. Even whilst sitting at a distance, you are seated in Bap Dada's heart. So all of you who have said, give my remembrance, that has reached Baba. This love of the children and the love of the Father is making you children fly. Acha, to all the extremely fortunate children everywhere, to the handful of special souls out of multi-millions, to the serviceable children who constantly stay in their self-respect and give regard to others, to the souls who are constant embodiments of remembrance and thereby embodiments of power, to the children who are embodiments of all powers and are constantly seated on their unshakable and immovable seat, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. And we, the spiritual children, also say namaste to our spiritual father. Now, Bap Dada is speaking to Dadi Ji. Bap Dada is especially pleased with you. Why is he pleased? He is especially pleased that just as Father Brahma used to order everyone, you have to do this, you have to do it now. So you have followed Father Brahma in that. So Dadiji says, you too are with me. That is true, but you became an instrument, did you not? You had such determination that there was success everywhere. This is why you are filled with a lot of incognito spiritual power. Your health is fine. You are filled with so much spiritual power that your health is nothing in comparison. It is a wonder, is it not? Seeing the Dadis meet Baba, everyone feels, if I were a Dadi, I would also meet in the same way. You too will become a Dadi. Bap Dada has created a plan in his heart. He has not yet given it to you. So the gathering of those who are the original jewels of service from the time of Brahma Baba's Sakar days has to be made strong. When will you do this? Everyone asks. Baba says, when you do it. This is your duty. Now to Dadi Janki, Baba says, you too have this thought in your heart, do you not? Just the gathering, Baba says, just as the gathering of unity and determination of you Dadis is strong, in the same way the gathering of the original jewels of service also has to be just as strong. There is a great need for this because service has to increase. So the power of the gathering can do whatever it wants. So the power of the gathering can do whatever it wants. The 5 Pandavas symbolize the memorial of the gathering. There are 5 of them, but they are the symbol of the gathering. Acha. Those who have been engaged in doing service at the centers at the time of Sakar Brahma's days stand up. So Bap Dada is making all of them stand up. Those who are engaged in doing services at the centers from the time of Sakar Brahma's days. Those who are staying at the centers, there are also brothers in this group. There cannot be salvation without the Pandavas. There are a few here, but there are many more. It is this one's duty. So Baba is pointing to Dadi Janki to bring the gathering together. This one, meaning Dadiji, is the backbone. So Dadi Janki's duty is to bring everyone together and Dadiji is the backbone. They are very good jewels. So Baba is referring to Dadi Prakashmani and Dadi Janki. Acha, everything is fine. No matter what you continue to do, there is greatness in your gathering. Your fortress is strong. Finally, let's come to the blessing and the slogan for today. Today's blessing: may you become constantly victorious in all adverse situations by remaining seated on your seat of self-respect. Let's hear the blessing once again. Baba says, may you become constantly victorious in all adverse situations by remaining seated on your seat of self-respect. So today's Murli is all about remaining seated on the seat of one's self-respect. Baba explains the blessing. Remain constantly seated on your seat of self-respect. I am a victorious jewel. I am a Master Almighty Authority. As is your seat, so you develop the qualifications for that seat. When any adverse situation comes in front of you, set yourself on this seat in a second. The only orders that are obeyed are those who are seated on their seat, meaning of their position. So Baba says, the only orders that are obeyed are of those who are seated on their seat, meaning who are in their position. Remain on your seat and you will become victorious. The confluence age is the age to be constantly victorious. This age is blessed, and so be blessed and become victorious. So finally, the slogan for today: those who gain victory over all their weaknesses are the Shiv Shakti Pandav army. Let's hear the slogan again. Baba says, those who gain victory over all their weaknesses are the Shiv Shakti Pandav army. Acha, Om Shanti.